Hello friends and welcome back for another Miss Ink Stamps video. This is Cassie. Let's jump right into what we're using. I'm going to be using this adorable Stuck Duck stamp from Miss Ink Stamps, and we're also going to be pairing that up with this Flower Shower stencil. It is a two-piece stencil, and I'll show you how that works. It's super easy, but we're going to be making 4-bar cards. So if you're not sure what that is, let me tell you. A 4-bar, when it's all closed, measures 3.5 inches by 5 inches. So that's what you're seeing there is a 3.5 by 5 inch piece of white cardstock that I am tacking down to my tonic platform, and I'm going to take that flower shower stencil and start blending some color on there. I'm using Blender Buddy along with some Shooting Star Simon Hurley Create ink, and we're just going to blend that all over our background. I will clean that up because I'm going to make another card, basically the same, just a different color. And then this is how easy it is to line it up. There is kind of an embossed edge where those flowers are, and you just stick that next piece down. And then I'm going to grab in some Tropical Tango and blend that right over the top. That's going to blend some leaves, and it's going to blend the little centers of our flowers as well. And when I pull that back, you're going to see these darling little flowers that took zero effort to do. So let me pull that away, check it out. The edges are a little stark white for me, so I'm going to go ahead and take what's left on my blender brush and just blend that very, very lightly around the edges. And I'm loving how this looks. So I want to make this card, it's beautiful, it looks elegant, but we're going to make it funny. So I've cleaned off my stencil, and now we're going to do the other one. It's the same process, but this time I'm going to use Rosy Cheeks. It's a nice, pretty pink color, and we'll just blend that all over the top again, making sure that we cover that. And then we'll pull that away, and we'll pull in our leaves one more time. Check it out. And again, lines up super, super easy. And we're going to use that same Tropical Tango. So we've got a couple of very quick 4-bar cards that we're going to be making. I've got some scraps of white cardstock. I'm going to stamp those, my images from the Stuck Duck, stamp those down using some ink on 3 Blackout ink, and my sentiments as well. I love it. They say life status, currently holding it together with duct tape. I feel like that could definitely be my motto for what's going on in my life right now, but that's okay. All right, so I've pulled in some Arteza metallic watercolors, and I'm just putting a little bit of water on there. I kind of let that sit for a few seconds, and I'm going to activate that paint with my paintbrush, swirl that around so that we can get some of that paint, and I'm going to paint this right over the top for our duct tape. Now, I'm going to end up doing it twice, so I'll let that dry a little bit. There is definitely plenty of shine, but I'm going to give each one of these pieces 2 coats of this, and by the end, it's going to look like duct tape. It is so cool how this works using that metallic silver watercolor. And this isn't a watercolor paper. I'm just making sure that I'm not going too crazy with water. So take a look at that. I'll show you here up close what those actually look like, but they do look like little pieces of duct tape. Isn't that neat? Look at that shimmer on there. So cool. All right, now I've got my panels, and I'm going to tear them. All that work, and now we're going to tear them. But there's obviously a method to that. So I'm going to peel or kind of roll the paper a little bit, make it look like it's sort of being pieced back together. And we're going to take some of those little duct tape pieces when we get our base ready, and we'll be able to put those right down on top because it goes perfectly with that sentiment. I love these hilarious sentiments. You could send these to anybody at any time. They're just fun. And so my card base measures 7 inches by 5 inches, scored at 3.5 inches. So again, that's what a 4-bar would be. It's those, almost like those little thank yous you'd find at any store, but you know, we're card makers, so we make our own. And then I'm going to cut in another little slot or sliver here and roll that up on those sides as well. We're just trying to make this look very weathered. So now we can take our liquid glue and we can adhere this down to the front of our base. And it's going to go right to the edges. And then I'll just take this piece and we'll piece it in there. And then we'll grab in our little pieces of duct tape that we want to have, make it look like they're holding the paper together. This is so fun. I could have made these all day because I could definitely send these out to lots of people. But yeah, we'll just take a few of those. As you can tell, I did lots of the little images. There's a darling little duck in there in that stamp set, and he's got duct tape all over him. He's so cute. And then we'll trim down our sentiment using my guillotine trimmer. I'm going to do that with both of them, obviously. And both cards are going to be put together basically the same way. So what you're seeing here with this yellow one, we're going to do the same thing with the pink one. I'll glue down my sentiment, and then we'll glue down a couple pieces of duct tape to make it look like we're holding the sentiment on there with that. And then I have some smaller pieces of duct tape, and then I'll just stick that down on that one edge. So there's 5 pieces of duct tape on there. It looks pretty good. And there are our cards. These were so simple and so fun and hilarious, and I love them. And I hope you like them too. If you do, please hit that like button and definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you for watching and supporting, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.